A very, very long time later.
What day is it? Oh, okay. It has been some time. So much so that it's now a new year and it's incredibly cold outside. Hey Google, what's the weather like?
Right now in Worcester it's -6 and cloudy. The forecast tonight is -13 and cloudy.
Yep, that's pretty cold. Good thing it's not cold indoors. So, the reason why there hasn't really been a video since the last one for this period of time, this really uncomfortably long period of time, has been because instead of spending my time making videos, I've been spending my time machining parts for the vehicle. And, well, this is kind of how that went.
There's that gap.
Oh, trust me, I know. It's just my.
I brought food down the stick.
I'd be down with
Washers.
Get in there. Do we just put it in and it just doesn't?
But comes out, paint is now off, and it looks clean.
Pick your poison. I learned a lot in the process, and it turns out there's a lot of stuff to consider when you're making holes in metal and drilling pieces out. I mean, first of all, the biggest issue we ran into was the original design that we had was just, it was impossible. We couldn't machine it. Not with the machines we had. That caused us to basically relook at our design and break it down into different parts. Originally it was this giant hunk of metal we just snapped into the car, and then instead we had to break it down into 5 or 6 or 7 different individual smaller pieces that we then screwed and bolted together and put it in. But then you talk about bolts and screws and you realize, wait, hold on, you need to make sure that the hole is big enough and screwed to fit inside, but you can't be too big, otherwise it'll be super loose, and then you get into tolerances and hole screw sizes, and it was a big mess. Then we had to take it to the machine shop. Now, I didn't really know how to operate any of the machines in the beginning, and so we had to ask our friend Jared for help. And that was really fantastic. He really helped us a lot. And then we made some mistakes machining. And then we had to go ask our friend Tom for help, who's been a wonderful pleasure to work with. So in the end, we finally got our steering mechanism, which was the last modification of the car that we needed to make, completed and put out. So let's just take a look at that. Okay, so basically, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like attached to the car. It goes all the way up to the steering wheel right there, and it's very simple, just like the vice grip. You take this, pull it out, right, and then you push it back in, and it goes bam, and it snaps right in. And you can see that the teeth are nice nicely sort of engaged in there. And then if you pull it out, you just gotta, boy. So, yeah. So that came out really nice, much better than I thought it would come out, and I'm really happy about that. In fact, I'll go into a little bit more detail on some of the finesse that we had to put into it in order to debug and make it work how it works right now. But we also did some other stuff this over the past time frame, and well, we did a lot of 3D printing, and I mean a lot of 3D printing. And that's because we got some new toys to play with. As you might understand, you know, when you're building like a robot, you probably need sensors to make your robot sense things. And to be quite frank with you, when you're building something like this, your sensors just can't be any Joe Schmo kind of thing. Like, maybe you can buy something like this, which is a potentiometer we use on our steering column, which is pretty cheap. You can get one of these for a good price, and they'd be pretty high quality. But when it comes to more complicated sensors that sense more complicated things, that gets more difficult. Some lovely people sent us some amazing things which are going to help us take our project from the next level, to the next level, from the next level, to the next level. We got in touch with SICK, and they were kind enough to send us not just a new LiDAR, but also one of these lovely ultrasonic sensors. Hey, look at how nice and blue this thing is. When we got these, we were like, whoa, that's sick!
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So in the process of putting all this together in conjunction with our electrical system, we've gone through a lot of debugging and fixing and being like, what's wrong? We don't know what's going on. The electricity's not working. These batteries, are they full? Well, really, that's not a good way to test that. And we're engineers, so we know not to do that, obviously. We kind of needed an oscilloscope. So we got in touch with Pico Technologies, and they were lovely enough to send us one of these. This, believe it or not, is the Picoscope 5000 series, and it is a beautiful oscilloscope. First of all, it's tiny. Look at this. Look at this. This is the size of this. And here I found a spare power supply lying around, so you can just compare the size difference. This is incredible. It's travel size. It's travel size. You just slip it into your. This thing is travel size. You put it in your bag, forget about it. Go to school and need an oscilloscope, travel size. Put it in your bag, forget about it. I'm holding 10 times my net worth. So, you might be wondering, what's next? Is this guy just gonna disappear again for a period of time? No, I actually, this time I have more of a plan. In fact, instead of just doing standard vlogs about, hey, this is the car, we've done, this is more of the cars, we've done progress, yay. So we all know that self-driving cars are becoming a reality real fast, and a lot of people seem to not really understand what's so important about this and what goes into a car. And I think since we're building this and we're learning about how to make one of these, I think it'd be cool to have the people on the other side of this screen follow along. For example, learning more about the important concepts like hybrid A-star and why it works and how it works, how we're going to be putting together our decision making and why, you know, our software system and why we use ROS and our communication systems, right? How we design and debug the mechanical components that went into making this thing move, as well as our testing. This is pretty much put together now. We can start testing it. And that's going to be a fun experiment as well. There's a lot to clear up on technology, and I guess I'm in a unique opportunity to do some of this, and I like making videos, and this is fun for me. So, hey, if you enjoyed this recap, look forward for more, because there's more going to be coming, and more focus too this time, with a plan, rather than just random vlogs about my senior project. This one. So, anyway, if you enjoyed, stay tuned. I'm going to be making more of these more often now. And leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends. See ya!